welcome to Top Dog Fantasy Football. I'm your host, Andrew Liel. On this week's episode, we're going to be talking about trades. Today was the last day for a trade in the NFL. So, the two guys that did get traded, who are probably on your fantasy teams, are Demaryius Thomas and Golden Tate. Demaryius Thomas was the number one wide receiver for the Denver Broncos. However, he got traded to the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans now lost their second wide receiver, Will Fuller, with a torn ACL for the year, which is why they made the trade in the first place. So he will be alongside DeAndre Hopkins. It should be a very higher volume for Demaryius Thomas for the rest of the season with this trade. As for Golden Tate, he was the number one wide receiver for the Detroit Lions. He now moves over to Philadelphia Eagles, where it's a lot more mouths to feed for the Eagles, as they already have their number one wide receiver, Alshon Jeffrey, and they already have one of the best tight ends in the game, Zach Ertz. So it's going to be a slight decrease in volume for Golden Tate, but he should still be averaging about 15 points a game. As for Ty Montgomery, who is the running back for the Green Bay Packers, who cost them the game against the Rams last week, got sent over to the Baltimore Ravens as he was very unhappy with his role with the Packers. So the Packers said, bye-bye. As for the big person where we were looking for the update on is Le'Veon Bell. I told you guys I would have the update. Le'Veon Bell is still with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He did not get traded like most people thought he would with this holdout that he's having, because he's not getting the money that he wants and deserves. So James Conner and Le'Veon Bell are still in Pittsburgh. James Conner will still lead the backfield because Le'Veon Bell still has not reported to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So you fantasy owners that have James Conner, you still have one more week. Le'Veon Bell has until week 11 in order to acquire a full season so that he can test the free agency. Otherwise, he's going to be stuck in Pittsburgh. But ultimately, he wants his money. So it all comes down to next week, and we will have more updates on Le'Veon Bell next week if he decides to report or not. Thank you, and stay tuned.